the end of movable bridge operation. And I'm gonna show you. Now this is part two of the power grid, Western, Eastern, and Texas interconnections. Now I'm gonna show you what this man got to say, and it's from, what's this person's name is? I don't know, but listen to this.
So he's been shouting this out for over a decade after a gunman shot up a 17 transformer at an electrical substation near San Jose, California. Now, Wellinoff said that the FERC did an analysis that determined that the U.S. power grid could be seriously disrupted if similar incidents targeted the 10 most important substations in the country's three sections, that is Western, Eastern, and Texas interconnections. Substations are where multiple high voltage lines meet, routing electricity between the power plants, transmission lines, and local neighborhoods. So they have said and vocalized, I shared this with you when it came out, they only need to hit like 9 or 10 substations. They can hit them in strategic locations. 3 in the West, 3 in the East, 3 in Texas. They could shut down the entire grid. Now, we came up with some very astounding numbers, Wellinoff told the publication. If you knock out 9 total substations along those 3 grids, you can black out the entire United States. Now, Wellinoff added,
now something like this bridge, and again, I showed you in Ashtabula, when the power grid is destroyed, this bridge is not going to work. This vertical lift bridge, Broadway Bridge in Bronx, New York, it's not going to work. You know, it's going to be stuck in the lower position, partly raised position, or raised position, or it's going to slam shut. This double-E Bascule Bridge, which is the Metropolitan Avenue Bascule Bridge in New York. Another one in New Jersey. I'm telling you, this is for the bridge operators and bridge tenders that work on drawbridges all over the United States, and not only that, over the world. This new Dutch type drawbridge in Quebec, Canada. 17th Conway Bridge in Florida. And they got a lot of drawbridges in Florida just as well as New York, just as well as New Jersey. When the power goes up, that's a wrap. The Swing Bridge in Florida. As well, Swing Bridge between Oregon and Washington State. The double-deck swing bridge in Sacramento, California. This government swing bridge was the Arsenal Bridge, double-deck. And then you got the lock. You see, the lock and the swing. South Carolina, Sarah Custody, South Carolina Swing Bridge. Now the last one I showed you, it was between Davenport, Iowa, Rock Island, Illinois. Now this bridge is in South Carolina. Just a little samples. Now both vertical lift bridges are left in the raised position now. This is the only bridge that is still in service. That, you know, that's going to be ceased to use when they hit the power grids with the EMP and electromagnetic pulse in South Chicago, Illinois. Along with the Taurus Avenue Bridge, South Chicago, Illinois. Along with the Amtrak Railroad Vertical Lift Bridge over the South Branch Chicago River in Chicago. Vancouver Bridge over that's the Sancaneros Bridge, Railroad Bridge over the Burant Inlet. It's in British Columbia, Canada. Hawthorne Lift Bridge, Portland, Oregon. And this is the Washington and Oregon I-5 vertical lift bridge between Vancouver, Washington, Portland, Oregon. Stillwater vertical lift bridge between Wisconsin and Stillwater, Minnesota. Lake Avenue R&O vertical lift bridge in Duluth, Minnesota. New Haven, Connecticut's lift bridge. Bonnian Railroad vertical lift bridge. These are the samples when they destroyed 9 substations of the power grids, eastern, western, and Texas, that it destroyed the United States drawbridges, the existing ones nationwide, and also around the world too. This table-like lift bridge in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And Wisconsin got a lot of movable bridges, the ones that's existing bridges that's going to cease to operate. As well as drawbridges in the state of Michigan, including Detroit, Port Huron, St. Clair, South Haven, and all of that, right? So, Iron Curtain Railroad Vertical Lift Bridge in Cleveland, Ohio, especially the new North Coast Harbor Dutch type footbridge is going to cease to be used as well in Cleveland, Ohio. In the background, the Carter Road Lift Bridge will cease to use. Now, the Railroad Vertical Lift Bridge in the foreground is abandoned, so it's just the existing ones in Cleveland, Ohio, along with this rolling lift bridge. It's going to cease to be in use as well. Columbus Road Vertical Lift Bridge as well, Cleveland. That was remodeled. It was redone 2015, but it was built in 1940. They had remodeled this bridge, and replace the all the wiring, the sheaves, and the lift span. The Lorraine's Charlesbury Bridge, Erie Avenue Bridge over the Black River, same thing. It's going to cease to use because of the EMP attack. Remember that all these power grids, eastern, western, and Texas, controls all existing movable bridges, highways, railroads, and double-deck bridges. Port Clayton W. Bascule Bridge, which is the Lake Shore Drive, Ohio 163. The Center Street Swing Bridge as well. Baltimore, Ohio 460, Scherzer Lift Bridge as well. Cease to use. Now I'm going to show you something. I had asked the question, do the power grids control all drawbridges? And it says no, which I disagree. The electrical power grid does not control drawbridges. And it says how drawbridges are controlled. Local control panels. Drawbridges use their own dedicated electrical systems, motors, and programmable logic controllers, PLS, managed by bridge. Independent operation. While drawbridges need electricity from the local utility provider to run the motors, power companies do not operate or decide which bridge opens or closes. Backup generators. Most movable bridges have backup diesel generators, so they can still operate safely if the main electric power grid fails. And so, I'm going to ask another question. What happens when the control panels of drawbridges fails? And it says, when the control panel of a drawbridge fails, Bascule Bridge, Vertical Bridges, and Swing Bridges, the bridge automatically locks in place or enters to fail safe mode. I believe that the power grid causes these control panel bridges to not move. So, fail to safe mode or prevent catastrophic accidents because drawbridges integrate complex electric, hydraulic, and mechanical systems, and panel failures triggers the immediate backup protocols to protect both marine and vehicle traffic. Here what happens during the control panel failure is broken down if immediate impacts and backup procedures like the EMP attack. Immediate traffic and safety impact. Traffic gridlock, cars cannot cross the bridge. It's stuck open. Ships cannot pass if it's stuck closed. That's because of the EMP attack. Automatically interlocking mechanical locks engage instantly to prevent the bridge spans from moving or falling unexpectedly. And that's exactly it'll fall and it'll be destroyed. So warning systems, active traffic lights, warning bells, and physical gates usually remain lowered or at the to block drivers from approaching the spans, uh, as well as I believe train bridges too, train drawbridges. Coast Guard notification operators immediately contact marine authorities. They issue warnings to block large vessels from entering the channel. How operators fix and bypass the failure, I don't think it's going to be fixed, because when the tribulation period comes, there's no fixing it, because everything done collapsed, right? Forced the economic collapse along with the disappearing of the church, the rapture. The bridge crews are trained to bypass failed control patterns by several layers of the redundancy and secondary control desks. Many modern bridges have backup control stations or artillery panel located in a different part of the tower. Now, it doesn't mean anything when it's all destroyed by EMP. You know, there's no power. There's no power left. So I think AI is lying. You know, understand, because that's the end. That's the end of travel. So manual hydraulic overrides the electrical panels, loses power or communication. Engineers can open hydraulic valves by hand use of manual lever inside the machinery. Rooms, physical hand cranking for smaller bridges or total system fails. Crews can use large physical cranks to manually wind the gears and move the bridge spans very slowly. Now, when the tribulation happens, they ain't gonna be able to do that, because there's gonna be so much chaos over the world. They ain't gonna be able to do that. They may do that now. But when they did lose power in the age of grace or whatnot, and it's still power, but when the power grid goes out, you know, that all stops. So PLC bypasses. Technicians can connect laptop directly of the program logic controllers, PLCS, in the machinery room, bypassing the broken desk entirely to run the diagnose commands. And so in the tribulation period, they can forget it, because all of that is gone. Understand? It's going to be like a new system or whatnot, right? So, especially 18 months, you know, it's going to be the tribulation period. So, I think the power grid, you know, controls drawbridges. I mean, you know, like when it's power, there's the power grid is intact. Now, when it's destroyed, forced electrically by electromagnetic pulse, all bridges could stop working. I don't care if they got control panels or backup generators too. It's all gonna be gone. There's none of that. So that's what's going on. So let me show you something about the backup generators though. But now, what happens when backup generators of drawbridges fails? So when drawbridge loses main grid power and its backup generator also fails, the bridge loses its primary electric operations, leaving it froze in its current position until manual overrides or external power sources are engaged. And I don't think it's going to be that, because it's going to get so bad out here. They ain't going to be able to do that because, the money is gone. You got to have extra funds to get it back running. So it ain't going to be none of that, especially after the rapture takes place. They collapse everything. So immediate effects. Stuck position. If the bridge was open for boat traffic, when power failed, it remains stuck open. Halting road traffic if it was closed. Road traffic and train traffic as well continues, but marine traffic cannot pass. Loss of safety interlocks. Warning gates, traffic lights, barrels, arms, and navigational lights lose power, creating the enemy hazard for drivers and ships. Inoperable hydraulic motors. The heavy electric motors or hydraulic pumps required to lift or lower the Bascule Bridge or leaves would not run, or vertical lift bridges or swing bridges. So, and so forth, the manual cranking and hand pumps. Most major drawbridges feature mechanical backup such as manual hand cranks, accelerated hydraulic hand pumps, and mechanical drop pins allow operators to slowly open and close the bridge by hand. And I'm gonna say this: when the tribulation starts, they ain't gonna be able to do that because they're gonna be, it's gonna be robbing, bridge tenders and bridge operators. Gonna be, I'm telling you, they better have some pistol on them or something, because it's gonna get so bad that they ain't gonna be able to operate these bridges, because it's gonna be a nightmare, right? And this is the truth. Ain't nobody talking about this. This process is very slow, can take specialized crews, members, and honor to complete. Now, for some mobile generators, bridge operators or emergency service will dispatch the portable truck mounted generator to plug directly to the bridge. External adoration power plug. Coast Guard and police response. And it ain't gonna be no police around when all hell breaks loose when it comes to this situation too. Marine traffic alert by radio and road traffic. Police are immediately dispatched to block the intersection and redirect cars away from the stranded bridge. Now, they doing it now as we speak, understand? Because it's some powers that's gone and whatnot, bridge stuck in the raised position and all that, or the closed position. It's happening now, but I'm seeing when the EMP starts destroying these power grids, they ain't gonna be able to do that, because it's gonna be hell on earth. Then after that, the church age ends. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So people don't understand, because they thinking that these bridges are still going to be working, even though when they have backup generators and all that, and all backup generators and control panels will be destroyed too, because even though they got their own power systems and all of that, they're still gonna be destroyed. They're still gonna be destroyed, and it doesn't matter, because that's the end of traffic. That's the end of transportation. That's the end of all of that stuff, right? That means the church ends in the rapture, when the power grid is hit by an electromagnetic pulse that blackens everything worldwide in the United States and around the globe. So this is for the bridge operators and bridge engineers that needs to get saved, get right with Jesus Christ. And so you don't want to be stuck here going through hell on earth. This is serious.